Hello and welcome to Authors in Conversation. Today I'm talking to Rachel Dunn, whose book, Better Videos, Stand Out, Be Seen, and I've got that wrong, haven't I? But you can fix it up for me, Rachel, with your subtitle. But this is just such a nice, clean, clear topic. And what you do is of great interest to my authors in particular, because a lot of authors might struggle initially to get their book finished because there's a little bit of imposter syndrome or something else going on. But getting them to either speak on stage or present themselves via video is another journey altogether. I bet you know a lot about that. So how about we start with the book and then you just broaden out and take the stage from there, Rachel.
Oh, thank you so much, Jane, for having me. And Better Videos was written in 2015, and we did a new edition in 2022 because I'm reading it back. It's really about a personal story of where I struggled being seen and where I was making everybody else the face in the business. And then what happened was when I found a cause bigger than myself, I traveled the world and created an elephant documentary. So it really helped me to step outside. And that's why we actually are here now helping women to be on camera, find their passion and share, especially in the book space. It's so important to be the face of your business. So, yeah.
Absolutely. It's in my genre as well, which is the non-fiction. A lot of coaches, consultants, they're wanting to build their profile. Well, yes, the book is the book, but the profile is still you. And so that's the
Exactly.
thing. Yeah. And people will buy the story as opposed to the book per se. So tell us a little bit more then about that finding of your purpose.
Well, it's interesting because I've been a director for, I'd say, about 30 years. So I've been always looking at how do I make other people look good on camera. And I really struggled with that. And it got to the point where, something had to shift because I was putting other people inside the business as the face. And that did not work well. And I was attracting a lot of negativity because I wasn't being the face. I wasn't being the person, the face of the business. So, long story, but really, I stopped my business for a while and we had a video production business in Sydney. And I just thought, you know what, this is just not working. I don't know where my passion is because all I want to do is really make a difference in the world. And then I stopped the business and I had a bit of a meltdown, as you do. And that's where some of the greatest lessons, came. And I really, I struggled with depression. I was anxiety, and I had to just stop everything for a period of time. And I even went and stayed back with my mum and my family in Adelaide to just find myself again. And that's where I started to go, you know what? I want to ask this question. What would it take for an idea to come to me that I can use my skills and make a difference? And that was the question that led me on the path to having this image pop into my mind 2 weeks later of an elephant taking a selfie, which is, crazy. That image does not exist anywhere that I've seen. So, yeah.
Fantastic. And the people that you help, what is it that you actually give them in the way of, I suppose you're not giving them confidence, but what you're doing is you're nurturing them in terms of how to turn up. How does that play out?
Look, it's really, camera confidence is a funny thing. It's a lot of internal dialogue that goes on, and there's a lot of story attached to that not being confident. Everybody's born confident. It's just the stories that we tell ourselves that stop us from going out there and sharing. And it's really about holding people and seeing them bigger than they see themselves, and then helping them to step into the limelight and start shifting that, because some of our clients have massive YouTube channels, they're on documentaries, they're doing incredible things, and they all started with a phobia about being seen or being the face of their business.
Just watching people go from one thing to another is a really great experience, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's creative. We've been discovering more recently that the creative essence of who somebody is, I help them to really capture that, because it's one thing doing videos, and the more videos there are out there, how do you stand out? How do you express yourself? And that's where I think it's really important to find out who that is creatively. And then you can do so many things. There's interviews like this one, or there's funny, entertaining videos. There's a realm of possibilities for you once you start looking at that.
I love that. And I'm always curious about people who come out with a second edition of their book. What's different? Because, of course, the landscape has changed so much between 2015 to 2022. But
Yeah.
specifically, what is the difference with the book?
Look, it's interesting when we went back and had a look at the book and looked at, okay, how's technology changed? A lot of the principles are the same. So there wasn't really a lot of changes. I definitely, as far as holding your phone, a lot of people I used to hold my phone horizontally, and now a lot of people will do vertical. So that's kind of a bit of a joke. We used to even teach, don't do vertical videos, but now it's like, do vertical videos. So that is one lesson that's definitely changed, and some of the technology and social media platforms, but that's it. The principles, the story, all of the camera confidence training that's a part of the book, that's all still there. So
Mm. I often say to people, a book can be like a bridge from what you do to the client. And I guess when you've got people and it's a confidence question in particular, it's quite a big leap for
mm.
somebody to go, yep, I'm going to contact Rachel and just get down to brass tacks and work out why. I always balk when someone even wants to take a photo, let alone speaking or being on camera in any other way. So I can see how valuable a book could be in your case. Is there another one coming up by any chance?
Look, I think there is definitely one around the documentary. I'm directing two documentaries at the moment, and I definitely feel that once they're out, just that whole, around these particular subjects, there definitely will. I also am very passionate about helping women in the film industry to step up and be directors, because it's very much a minority in the film space that women still are under 10%. I think they're around 5 or 6% of women directors out there. So encouraging young women to believe in themselves, be confident, and be the face, because they're very much about being behind the scenes and not being seen, because they want to be behind that camera. And I know what that's like, and I really want to encourage women to be the face, and it is super, super important.
Well, this is great work that you're doing. So
Yeah.
look, Rachel, where can people find you?
If you look at I am Rachel Dunn on TikTok, you'll see lots of more personal stories around saving animals and things like that. If you're wanting more directing camera confidence, things like that, definitely Girl Director on Instagram or Facebook. You'll find me. So
Fantastic. Look, thank you for all of this, Rachel. And I might be knocking on your door one time soon, I think.